Pleased to be joined by Ashley Mickschl of the 2019 National Softball Champion Augustana Vikings. And Ashley was named the most outstanding player of the national tournament. And we'll go back just a little bit, just maybe to the beginning of the season. Did you have any idea, or did you kind of have an inkling that this team, the 2019 team, could be something special, that you guys could accomplish something big?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season, I mean, every year, every team is different, so it's hard to get used to everything right away. But our freshman class that came in was super good. They really bought into the process, and everybody was really on the same page. We had great team chemistry since the beginning. So I think that was kind of one of the telltale signs for us that we were going to have a really good season, is everybody really bought in, and the team chemistry was really great. So
you obviously pitched a lot down the stretch, but we'll get to that championship Monday, May 27th. It's Memorial Day. You're coming off of a loss to Texas A&M-Kingsville the previous day. You guys know that you need to win 2 games in order to win the national championship. You had started the day before. What did your coach, Greta Melstead, tell you about possibly being ready? Did she give you any inkling that you're going to be needed today?
Yeah, she kind of said we need all hands on deck at this point, because we all knew it was the last day of the season, the last couple games. So we all were ready. We all wanted the ball, and she was just like, we're going to have all hands on deck. Whatever happens, happens. So they were a good team, so we all needed to be ready.
Now, I had mentioned you lost to Texas A&M-Kingsville the day before, and obviously no one likes to lose, but as someone who started that game, did you learn anything in the loss just about what worked and what didn't work against that lineup that maybe helped you on that Monday?
Yeah, definitely. I think me and my coaches kind of learned a lot of stuff about each hitter, being able to see them for a game beforehand and knowing what they hit hard, knowing what they didn't, kind of helped us the next day. And I think it definitely helped me too, because then I knew the batters more. I had already faced them. They had already faced me too, but I think it helped me make adjustments as well.
So game 1, the first game of that Monday, you come in during a tie game, and you kind of keep things steady. I think you only gave up a couple of hits. You guys win that game. When you came in, you kind of steadied the ship, and you guys won. What was the feeling afterwards? Was it immediately, we got to get one more, or did you take at least one moment to breathe?
I think we kind of took one moment to breathe, but then right away we were like, okay, this is the last game. Nothing really, we kind of acted like nothing really happened. It wasn't super exciting, oh my gosh, we just won the first game. It was all right, we got one more game to take care of, one more, and then we're done.
You win that game, you have to turn it around immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys get down 4-0 right away, and you're brought in. Now, you had just pitched a couple minutes before, an hour before.
Yeah.
Were you tired? Were you fatigued at all? Or did you know, okay, the ball's in my hands, it's up to me?
Yeah, well, it was definitely, I felt fatigued. It was the 72nd. I think we played 72 games. That was the last one of the season. So everybody was tired. Everybody was all right, today's the last day. Today's the last games. We got nothing to lose, so we might as well just leave it all out there. So, but yeah, I was definitely fatigued, but I think I ran on a lot of adrenaline in that last game. So, yeah.
And so your offense helps you a little bit because you're down 4-0. Your team scores 6 unanswered. You're going the rest of the way. Bottom of the 7th, you get into a little bit of trouble. You put 2 on.
Yeah.
But then you get that final ground out, and you guys win the national championship. What's that feeling like as you see that final out getting recorded?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I'll never forget it, because I just remember the pitch going in. She hit the ball, and then our second baseman started smiling as she was throwing it. Sam started smiling as she was throwing it to first base, and we all kind of knew, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is it. And then it happened. And honestly, I don't even really remember the rest after that. The dog pile, everything. I watched videos, but everybody just kind of freaked out, and it was super fun. So.
In all that day, I'm going to read your stat line. You pitched 9 1/3 innings. You gave up 1 run on 5 hits. That 1 run was a homer in the first game of the day. Struck out 6, only walked 1. As I mentioned, you were named the most outstanding player of the tournament. What was your biggest memory from that day? Was it the very end, or was it just knowing that they relied on you so much in order to get the job done?
Honestly, I think it was more the memory of the last game, the last inning, because there was some big outs that were made, and that kind of is what sticks in my head because I feel like throughout the season, like as a pitcher, you know that like you're going to be relied on no matter what. So even in big situations, even since like regionals, you're always going to be relied on. So the whole pitching staff was aware of that. So we all kind of were prepared for that, especially going into the last championship day. And especially knowing that it was our last day, I think that helped us a lot, is that we knew it was going to be our last game or our last two games no matter what. So I think we were all kind of prepared for that. But I think the last game was kind of the memory that sticks in my head the most.